Hello. Hello. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Okay, you can hear me. That's good. All right.
Yes.
Cool. Well, let's see what I can come up with here. Supposedly, this meeting is going to we are going to get I don't, share screen. That one. Oh, that'll work. And then we'll do. Okay, I get that. Slideshow. From beginning. Okay, I think I got this figured out. I know, one in a row.
Yay.
Yay. Uh, so hopefully it'll tell me when other people want to try to get in here, and we'll see what happens. But because what they let me do with this was that when I closed the meeting down last time, they said, do you have another meeting coming up? And I, of course, said yes. And they said, well, this can be an unlimited time meeting if you sign up right now. And I'm like, well, okay. So that's what I did. So now I have Professor Dane coming on.
Hey, I know that guy.
Hey, dude, working.
Hi
there.
Hey, how's it going?
Well, I think I may have this figured out.
Ooh, dangerous.
I know. Don't tempt me.
Oh,
Okay.
well then.
So can you see the parrot?
Yes.
Talking
Yep.
to you.
Yeah, I know you're talking to me. What time is it? Ooh, 2 whole minutes left.
Oh man, I'm early.
Yeah, you are early. I haven't even had dinner or nothing. I've just been trying to get this stuff all wired tight.
Hang on, let me just pour this real fast. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's a mighty glass. All right.
I've got a Guinness, so don't tempt me. You forgot your booze the other day, by the way. Lots of booze got left.
I think that I left you a comment kind
you
of
did.
affirming that was the intention.
Yeah,
That was
just
for you.
okay, fine.
Okay.
See, Cogsworth agrees. He's on my side for once.
He is on your
What do
side.
you want?
He'll do whatever I want. That's right. Finally, the alliance is paying off.
Well, that's one of the
I
projects.
see you.
Yeah.
I see you too.
What do you
want?
He's out of control. I'm talking there. You just be quiet. He's one of the projects that I'm going to work on. He needs some serious work as far as new paint job and some things that have to be addressed as far as how he works. He's just got a lot of miles on him, and I need to get him fixed up. So he may have some new feathers too, but we'll see how that works out.
I'm picturing copper leaf. Yeah.
Copper leaf. I wonder how well that'll stick to plastic.
It depends on how much you melt the plastic before you stick it in.
Okay, so hit Cogsworth with a blowtorch, then see what happens. I like the way you think.
Cogsworth.
This may or may not be part of my diabolical plan.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. So are we it or what? I know I talked to Susan. Anyway, I'll give him a little while longer. It's
I'm
7
gonna
o'clock.
say, how many people do we have?
Just two.
Me. You got
That is,
You and Marcy and
Amelia.
Molly.
Yes.
yeah, and Marcy hasn't sat down yet, so
Well, okay, fine.
yeah, that creates what 4 total.
I'm on the edge of excitement here.
Well,
Hey.
we start at 7 instead of quarter after. People maybe didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Highly possible.
See,
I
they
was glad
won't.
I looked.
Well, what they won't let me do. I tried it, and they won't let me do 15 minutes. So it's
That's fine.
it's got to be on the half hour. And
Okay.
anyway, looks like that's 7:15 is. I don't get my extra 15 minutes anymore. But
Hmm.
anyway, yeah. Well, I don't know about you guys, but the ice around here is horrific.
Oh
Still,
yeah.
yeah. I drove home. I had to stop and get some cat food, and it was special. I'll just say that.
Mm.
Still bad.
Man, the ice that I was chipping off my car Saturday night was something special. Woohoo. To get out there, I started off. I couldn't scrape the ice off because it was such a perfect sheen
Yeah.
that the scraper wouldn't get underneath it. It just planed across the top of the ice. I damn near ran the car out of gas trying to run the defroster.
Just to get it to melt. Yeah.
Yeah. I finally ended up throwing water on it, which didn't so much melt it as rough it up, so that I was then able to crack it off. But
Well, it seems like once you get that first little piece, then the rest of it seems to follow. But yeah, it's
yeah,
good times.
oh indeed.
Yeah, I love living in Iowa.
Yeah, we're sorry to miss it, but we stayed in.
Well, I don't blame you with where you guys were at. It was what was it? Anywhere north of Ames was blizzard conditions.
No, we were in Des Moines, so.
Were you? Okay. Well, I didn't know if you were in Boone or not, but anyway, it was not fun driving around,
No.
regardless. But once the sun
Yeah.
went down, we wanted to get there before the sun went down, and it made a huge difference. Okay, we have Karen and Hank are here.
Yay.
Yay!
Good to see you.
Hi. This is a little bit different. We realize that some people may think that the meeting starts at 7:15 instead of 7 o'clock, but we'll just deal with that and go from there. But this new format that we have is I'm still learning it, so hopefully we can get it all figured out and go from there. Did you mute yourself there, Professor? You must have. Okay, fine.
What?
Did you mute yourself?
Yeah. I was
Oh.
having a private conversation. Is that okay with you?
Well, okay.
I was just explaining that the new microphone is capable of picking up the other person in the room, so she could participate if she wanted to. And she said, I know, that's why I've been staying quiet.
Yeah, I'm staying quiet. Thanks for the pictures, Marcy.
You're welcome.
Staying quiet person.
Okay. Did you hear her?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good. That's why I bought this microphone, specifically for this reason.
Well, before this one, I had a Mr. microphone. That worked great.
Oh, Mr. Microphone. Is there a Mrs. Microphone?
No.
Aw, poor Mr. Microphone.
Well, we have a quorum. Do we start or do we wait? I don't know. I normally right at 7:50. Oh, there's someone. Gina has entered. Wow.
Gina!
Gina, what's
Hey,
up?
Gina.
Does Gina have a microphone? I don't know. Oh no, we lost Karen and Hank. Maybe they'll be back. Okay.
They probably didn't like me screaming into the mic.
Maybe, I don't know. Connecting to audio. Oh, she must be setting the audio up.
Trying to get the chat window open so that I can read what people are typing.
I don't have the chat window, so all I have is people and stuff. And then
I think you have to open the chat window. Do you have a bar at the bottom of your screen?
the bar
like
is at the top of the screen here.
If you move your mouse to the bottom, you should get a bar that pops up that says invite participants, share screen, chat, record, and reactions.
Is it under manage participants?
No.
I have mute, stop video, manage participants, new share, pause share. Maybe that I've got more. Oh, here's chat. Okay.
Yeah, so you have to open the chat.
And it's right in front of my. You know what? I'm gonna say no to the chat. I'll let you chat. How's that sound? You can be the official chat.
I don't know. I get to be the chat monitor.
You're the chat monitor.
That's an awesome responsibility.
Yeah. Gina is still connecting, I hope. Put in waiting room, make host. You know, I could make you a host. How's that sound? Or wait a minute, we tried this last time and then I ceased to be host.
That's correct, yes.
Yeah. Okay, well, we can't have that. So why don't you try, oh, wait a minute. Oh, Karen and Hank are back. Now we're back up to a quorum again. Gina, are
and
you
Lady
there?
Amelia has found the chat. Everyone, if you move your cursor to the bottom of your screen, assuming you're on a desktop computer, you should see a bar at the bottom of the screen that has a button that says chat. You will have to press that button in order to get the chat window open and see what people are typing. I will do my best to read the chat in a variety of amusing voices. Getting more amusing as I get further down in this bottle.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start this thing because I don't know what time is it now. 7:09.
Hi, Gina.
Is Gina chatting now?
Yes, she says, "Ooh, chats."
Okay, she'll chat. She has her microphone shut off, so I guess we'll deal with that.
Hey, baby.
Here we go. Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay. Not the BrassGears song. I want the other one. There we go. There we go.
Are we gonna play? Oh, are we gonna play Susan's Jam?
Da, 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 da. Susan just made it to the meeting.
Increase the power.
Dynamos at 100%.
Commit power.
Committing power. I.
Don't touch that snap.
No. Gee,
Roll the switch.
broadcast sequence start. All switches open gauges at maximum.
Commit to broadcast.
We have broadcast.
Preparation for adventure complete. Use snap.
I should talk into the thingy now.
Oh, let's go.
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the BrassGears Adventurers Society. Yay! So
You made it.
I made it. Yeah, that it goes to the next one. Let's cue that up. Okay. No, that's the wrong one. How about that one? There. Oh, wait. Well, wait.
All those
Okay.
repeated shocks, month after month. I think they've gotten to him.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, there's some things that still apply on this screen that I just popped up here, but for the most part, most of you that, oh, wait a minute, Frank is here. Oh, gotta get Frank in.
Evening, Frank.
Okay. Hey, we got quite a crowd tonight. Okay. The folks that have their microphones on, hopefully you got an earpiece in place so we can. Maybe it's not bothering people. Maybe that was just with the old format that we had. But anyway, if not, just ignore what we're doing here. Before we begin, come on. You know, it was working so well. Okay, our motto. As with any well-run meeting of the BrassGears Adventurers Society, or if we have 5 or more members present, we say 3 words, and those 3 words are Audacia,
Audacia, Scientia, Aventum,
daring,
science and adventure.
And we might sing a little song.
Oh, and a cheery, oh, off the swimming adventure. We can search the land from sky to sun.
Find any brave and bold as our band. We
fearless few, ever storm but untrue. From deepest, darkest Africa to the mountains of Bolivia, we'll pour a glass of fine Chablis and raise a toast to destiny. When God can know our faith, we kiss.
Pledge our course as travelers through to the BrassGears Adventurers Society. Help we dedicate our quest for knowledge and glory. We shall sail the seas, scale a peak or steep, and return home just in time for afternoon tea. We have minty fresh with bread. Deepest, darkest Africa to the mountains of Bolivia, we'll pour a glass of fine Chablis and raise a toast to destiny. For none but God can know our fate. Thus remain inviolate and pledge our troth as travelers free to the BrassGears Adventurers Society. Knock that in the head. All right. Hey, welcome to the first meeting of 2020 for the BrassGears Adventurers Society. This is January. Yay! I know. Who knew we'd make it this long?
And an auspicious date, 1/20/2020. Ah, think about that.
I'm thinking, but not too hard. Is Frank on?
Hi, I'm here finally.
Finally. Well, how the heck are you, dude? He's fine. I swear. Okay. All right. Well, as they do with every meeting, and since we've got still quite a few of these left, BrassGears Adventurers Society Teddy Challenge coins are available. They're $10 a pop, and they've traveled all over the world, it seems.
Indeed.
The last meeting we had, Barbara had sent a picture from Machu Picchu with the coin. And a few months ago, last year, Gina went to Australia, and the coin got to see some action down there. So yay! That was anyway. It's a pretty well-traveled coin, and it's a lot of fun. And some guy named Hank took that picture Yeah, it was cool. So anyway, just happened to have them here tonight, so I thought I'd mention that. So if you're interested in a challenge coin, of course, contact Professor Dane, and he'll be more than happy to sell you a whole pocket full. And of course, that's what it looks like. All right.
Yep.
First thing I wanted to point out, and I was caught up as well as many of you. I don't know if you saw this today, but I noticed that apparently wombats in the fire protected areas. Did someone just come on, or I heard a doorbell ring? Nobody came in. All right. Anyway, apparently this is what Facebook is doing now. Partly false information checked by independent fact checkers. They are trying to take down some of these things that we've taken for gospel, and if they've been proved to be not true or somewhat not true or mostly not true, I guess in this case, they take it down, or at least they post on it that, hey, this is you're passing on information that isn't necessarily correct. So I just thought I'd show that to you to, give you a heads up that, hey, they finally maybe got their head on straight, and it would be really nice if, these things that have gone viral and they turn out to be false, that they nip them in the bud and just get rid of it, because they need to go away. They really do. Anyway, this is going to be part of the new business thing that we'll talk about. I actually, before I get to this, excuse me, I have meeting minutes to read from the December 23rd meeting of 2019. Society motto, Audacia Scientia Ventum, was read. The anthem was sung, not sung to save time. Long story short, we had issues with the new program. For those of you who don't know, any meeting, which used to be our provider, decided that it was no longer going to be free. I'd used it for 5 years, didn't have a single problem with it, and now we're using Zoom. And Zoom is a different cat. I think I've got it somewhat figured out. So far, so good with this meeting. Last meeting was chaos incarnate, and it only gave us, I believe, 40 minutes to do the meeting. Tonight's meeting will be longer than that because I signed up in advance and they said it could be an unlimited meeting, and I said, okay, let's do that. So I can't say that our next meeting will be as long, but right now that's what's going on. And it's also going to be mentioned concerning this picture and all this entails. Upcoming events, the Chrononaut Cotillion will be held January 4th, 2020. Tickets are $25 in advance, 30 at the door. Lynn has 4 vendors lined up, which 3 of the 4 showed, possibly with 1 more. Molly will provide table decorations, which were spectacular, and 2 or 3 vignettes, which were also spectacular. Karen Hustis is planning a vignette, which was spectacular. Not included in these meeting minutes, but we could put that in later. The theme of the party is Party Like It's 1919, aka it's the Roaring 20s. Robert Huey will offer some dance lessons in the afternoon, White Witches dance, waltzers, cog dance, and miserloos. Okay. We are planning a Chow Crown showdown between the winners of the Exploding Pig contest and the Musical Chairs contest. Possibility of a program in Coralville. I'll talk about that tonight. There are no openings in February, but could be something in March. 13 Gears event, which will be February 14th and 15th in Minneapolis. RJ and Molly have attended the last 2 years and both recommend the event. Discussion was held on the possibility of more radio shows along with podcasts. Different options will be explored. I'll talk about that tonight. We have used Zoom app for tonight's meeting. The previous app was used for 5 years and changed its format, making it unusable for our purposes. And it was abrupt. I had no advance warning it was going to happen. Anyway, so I apologize for the last meeting. The options are Zoom. That's really our only option right now. We did find out that the 45-minute time limit does not apply for meetings, and I'm going to look at something. We got this. Oh, admit. The fogs were waiting. Oh my God. All right, I got it. Okay. It seems that in my thing here that if something flashes, I should attend to it. Sorry. Anyway, thanks to President Mitch for working on this new platform. Hey. Okay, so there are the meeting minutes. If anyone has any questions or problems, let me know, but if not, we'll have them approved as read. Okay, so here we go. We'll try this next page right there. All right, so Bugs, are you on? Can we talk to you?
Yes, we're on.
Hi, sorry about that. My thing was flashing, but I didn't attend to it quickly enough. But you're on, great. Okay. All right. So here's the dealio on this. Many of you may have noticed that the BrassGears Adventurers Society Steampunk from Iowa for the Universe was changed about mid-month. And why on earth would we have done that? Well, it was a test to see when you get on Google and you try to search for, I'm going to give you an example, steampunk groups in Iowa. If I use those exact words, I had a whole long list of stuff that didn't work, but we'll just use that as an example. Steampunk groups in Iowa, and the only one that would come up was Iowa Steampunk. Now, several months ago, I belonged to the Johnson County Historical Preservation Commission. I was put on by the Board of Supervisors in Johnson County, and so it's kind of a sort of a big deal, maybe just to me. But anyway, I had happened to mention to the boss lady that runs it and some of the other people that I was president of a steampunk group in Iowa, mentioned it was the BrassGears Adventurers Society, and that you can find us on Facebook and on the internet. Well, she of course had forgotten the name of the group, and when she Googled steampunk groups in Iowa, she found Iowa Steampunk, and there's no mention of a Mitch Thompson. So anyway, a little bit of egg went on. It was my fault in that I didn't give her a business card. Didn't have any on me at the time. I did for the next meeting, and I gave her one, and so she's, I'm sure, checked it out. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, bottom line is that if we're able to advertise ourselves, people may remember, yes, they're a steampunk group, oh, and they're from Iowa, but I have no idea. I think something about Gears was in their name. I don't know. You can't find us. Can't find us on Google anywhere. If you know BrassGears and Adventurer or BrassGears and Society, you can find us. But you have to know like 2/3 of the name to locate us. Well, all these years, Joe and Mandy have been kind enough to piggyback us on their web platform. And that could be part of the problem. They can't find us because we're under their auspices, and I'm sure they find Mandy and Joe just fine, but they can't find us. Now, it's been free. Free is good. I like free. Free is good. It will be on my headstone, I'm sure. Anyway, but
no, it'll say "Geez Louise."
Yeah, well, I'll say "Geez," because I probably got it for free. Anyway, what ends up happening here, folks, is we really have to make a decision here as to whether or not we want this group to grow. And we've been growing, mainly the way we've been growing is by our interacting with other groups at other conventions, particularly TeslaCon, the working with folks at DemiCon and promoting DemiCon, and they promoting us, and we dig that. But we're just under 400 members, and about 6 months younger than Iowa Steampunk, and yet Iowa Steampunk has like 900 plus members. Now, we do all sorts of stuff, and they do occasional stuff, but we had like 19 events last year. So, I mean, we do a lot of stuff, and yet it's just I don't know what else to tell you. I really don't. We need to do something. And it's what I'm proposing is that we set aside some money to purchase our own web platform. Mandy had mentioned. Mandy, do you want to just jump in here and tell us how simple it would be?
Well, right now the website is the free version on Wix.com. Now I set it up. You can do as many websites you want on there. I have my own personal website on there. So all you have to do is, if you want to purchase it, you just go through that the Wix website, click a thing saying, yes, I want to purchase whatever level it is, and it clicks it over. So it would be under www.BrassGearsSociety.com, I believe is what we had. So whatever our thing is. So it's just you just gotta give the okay, but you use a credit card to do it. You have to do yearly payments, or you can do monthly, but they ask for yearly, and I think it's a little cheaper that way. So
Just so you know, I've been notified by Zoom that our 40-minute limit has been reached, but they've extended it because they love us. So we're yeah. So we can continue the meeting. Hey, anyway, that. So the unlimited thing, if I recall correctly, is somewhere in about the $150 a year range.
no.
You talking about Zoom, or are you talking about?
No,
Yeah,
I'm talking about the web thing. Isn't it about 125, 150, somewhere around
Well, it
there?
depends on what you want. There's different levels. If you just want it connected to your website, you don't care if there's Wix advertising at the bottom, which what we have right now, that's what we have.
Oh, really? Okay. I
Yeah,
didn't
go to the
even
bottom of
notice
our
it, I guess.
website, it says Wix.com.
Oh. Oh, that's all it says? That's all the advertising it is?
Yeah, it's not a huge advertisement. It's just this banner at the bottom that says it's Wix.com that this
Wow.
website's done under.
I
So,
like that. Okay. How much is that?
I'm trying to find it. Give me the amounts. People.
$1 million.
Yes. No.
We'll just write a check. Anyway, while Mandy looks for that, I'll continue. So why on earth did I do this over here where it says, well, I didn't do it, but Susan did, but we worked on it together. With what she put in there, with what we have currently, you can Google us and find us, because there's some key words, even though there's a little hyphen and it's like a tagline instead of the actual name change. It's just more of a tagline with a hyphen. So call it what you will. Steampunk from Iowa for the universe. You can type in a lot of different things and suddenly we pop up. And it's, look, I'm just trying to get the darn internet to find us. So it's, but for right now, that was a necessary evil for what we were planning on doing, as far as doing tests to figure out what we needed to do to become more visible on the internet for our group. And we're not changing the name of the group. It's just a test. And you'll hear
What were you looking up on Google?
What's that?
What were you looking up on Google?
Just a BrassGears Adventurers. Well, we were trying to find us. Just steampunk groups in Iowa.
Oh, okay. See, I'm not That's not coming up for me. I had to look up BrassGears to find this.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this works, I guess, then just for Facebook. Because now you can find us on Facebook. Was the same way. It was
It's 13 a month.
so 13 a month. So that is about $150 roughly.
Okay. That's the personal use. Sometimes they give you an extra thing. That's 2G's bandwidth, 3G storage, connect your domain. Oh, that's one removes the Wix ads. I don't know if they're not doing the cheaper version anymore. That might be it. I've seen the cheaper version.
Huh. Well, I figured it'd be about $150 a month because I think that's what we're paying. At
30 video minutes.
Class.
Connect your domain, remove Wix ads. So that's that one.
Good mail.
No, this
Okay.
one, they charge you up the wazoo.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so I guess what I'm saying is, folks, is that I think we need to put our big boy pants on and pay our own way here. We have the money, and it's $13 a month, $150 a year, and that's what I think we ought to do. Further, the limitations, I'll let you ruminate on the previous thing for a while and talk about the other 800-pound gorilla in the room, and that's Zoom. Now, okay, I put Frank back in. Okay, whoops. Oh, that'll do that. Hey, okay, I'm good. Anyway.
Oh, you broke it.
I just figured out something new, and I'm so proud of myself. Okay. Joe and I were talking the other day, Fogg and I were talking, and he's going to use Zoom for other things as well, and has offered to go halvesies on us with the Zoom thing. I don't know. What's it cost? Do you know?
It's for, and we'd be sharing an individual one. It's like $150, I think.
For a year?
Yeah.
Okay. So you pay 75 and we pay 75?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me
Well,
check here. Go ahead.
no, you go ahead. You go. You're not going to go. Okay, fine. Anyway, so we could work it out with other participants to share this and have an unlimited experience versus the 40-minute, as I mentioned a little bit ago, because I had signed up early. They gave me a deal, but I don't know when that gravy train's going to run out. But right now, in what would have been in the middle of our broadcast here, it'd been over. And this is it. I don't have another option that's going to work for us to do the meetings online. Either we stop doing the meetings online, or we might have to pony up and start paying for other options. Hi, Frank.
Hi.
Frank's online.
Hey, Frank's on. Yay. Some sanity.
Well,
Yeah,
so-
we got computer number 2.
okay, cool.
I'll turn video off.
Okay. Bye, Frank. So,
Hi, Frank.
so that's the dealio. Is there any discussion, or and Professor Dane, can you monitor the chat as far as what you guys want to do? I mean, I've offered a few things. We don't have to do that, but we've got the money in the bank. I haven't asked Professor Dane for the treasurer's report yet because I don't want screaming on the thing here, but do you have a treasurer's report by any chance? Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, we have there's been a little, one of the things that I'll mention as well with the event from earlier this month. Professor Dane had to do some tap dancing. We had an issue with the machine, and So yeah, there was some things that were lost, and hopefully we could get that all figured out. And then once he does, and we'll have some numbers for you. But it's pretty. I mean, I have roughly a ballpark figure that we had seven. Professor Dane, without screaming, did we have 74 participants?
Yes, we did.
Okay. So a lot of those appeared at the very last minute and paid full price.
Yes, they did.
Probably somewhere in the range of 22 to 24 people paid full price. The night before at 9:30, when he let me know where we were at break even the night before. And then the next day, everyone and their dog showed up. So once we get the books done, we'll have some numbers for you. But the 74 is the largest number of people we've had. But I'll get to that in a second. But all of this means that we have some money in the bank, and it's an opportunity for us to kind of move on our own and do our own thing and participate like a real live organization. And there's costs to running real live organizations, and whether we want to drop the $13 a month for the web page, do we want to drop the $75 a year for the Zoom? Come on, what do you guys want to do?
All right.
Let's
Get
open this
the
up to this.
website. Get it done. That's not that much. $13 a month is not a lot.
No, it's not.
So I moved to go ahead and start paying for the website.
I second that.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that we pay for the website at the $13 a month price. Is there any discussion on this proposed thing that Frank's done?
What are you getting for that over the free site?
What are we getting for the free site?
No, what are you getting with the $13 a month
Yeah.
that you're not getting from the free site?
Well, the chances are that they're going to be able to find us on the internet. It's been.
But I believe Fogg is saying there is a free version of Wix that we can establish under our own name and be the top level of it. Andy?
Wix doesn't work that way. Right now, what you have is a free website, and of course it's 2 R's because that's what it's under, but even if you did the free website, it would be your email or whatever it is it's under, and then whatever email that site can give you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you're going to go to a paid plan, you can basically change the free Wix URL to your own custom domain, which can be purchased from Wix or from another host. So you can bring in a custom domain name. Mm-hmm. So you could bring in the domain name you have now. I've been paying for that one, but we could flip it over to that, but you would lose your email at that point then.
Uh-huh. Okay.
The reason yes, you have email.
Yes, we
do.
If
you don't want the email, or you just want to use personal email.
Well, we have used the email. Unfortunately, Mandy's got my email address tied to it, and though a lot of them are kind of wacky email questions. We have used it. Boy, I don't know. That's a toughie, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I think we need to find out if we can carry that over through another web host, and if so, what we need to spend to achieve it. I know that you can do custom email addresses, as in, the stuff that comes after the @ symbol. You can get that customized from Google. So we could make through Google, we could set up a series of @ BrassGears Society accounts that become the new board accounts, but I don't know the pricing on that off the top of my head.
Okay, here's what I suggest, that we table Frank's motion, and I'll be part of this committee. Professor Dane and Susan, do you want to join me on this issue? Susan, because she's the webmistress, and Professor Dane, because, well, I don't know why. Anyway, Frank, if you want to do it, great. The gist of it is that we need to look at column A, see what we've got right now. I just want to get something that they can find us on the internet. That's my only care. And if we could do it for free, again, Headstone, hell yes, I'll do that. But if we have to pay for it, we may end up having to pay some money. And if we have to pay some money, well, then hell, let's do it. I mean, we've got the money, and it's not that much money. It's just that we don't.
What I would want to know right now, or before we get too deep into it, is what are we paying for the domain name? Because that's the thing that we're going to want to hang on to and transition over to whatever service we wind up with.
Currently, I'm paying, I think, $12 a year, and then I think a $3 safety fee on it.
Okay.
The safety fee basically makes it so they can't trace my name to it, so my email does not get a lot of spam.
Ah, okay.
It's a standard thing when you're buying domain names.
Okay.
Spam, 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 spam,
Yeah.
spam,
I'm
I think because we do have a Square store, that does now come bundled with an online store presence. I've been working with extensively in a professional basis over the last 6 months, and that store presence has enough flexibility that it might be able to serve as our primary website if we retool it a little bit. Because right now all we're doing with it is selling tickets, but we do have a lot more capability in it.
Well, we've got the buttons, the pins, all the coins. We got all this merchandise, T-shirts.
Yep.
We could make this thing.
We could
work.
make the merchandise available for online shipping, online sales and shipping, which it's not currently doing. And then, but yeah, we could retool that website to basically take, tickets off of the main page and make the main page of it our primary web presence, and it wouldn't cost us anything.
I noticed
That site exists for free just by virtue of having the Square account.
Susan had mentioned, I'm sorry, just read this real quick because I figured out chat now. Okay, Susan says that GoDaddy's $15 a month. Checked it earlier, but I don't remember which site charged for what. Now I have GoDaddy at work, and our domain name, we have to do it every 5 years or so, and it's X amount of money. You can do it on a yearly basis, or you can do it for 5 years, and the price is different. But anyway,
It actually depends on the site name itself. So it's all site names are auctioned. So if someone wants your site, they can actually boost up the cost. Or if your domain, if your .com or .whatever it is gets hot, that can also boost up the cost. And that's usually the big cost thing. It's like if you want to be .ninja, it's actually fairly expensive right now.
So you're saying we can't afford to be ninjas?
We can't do .ninja.
You can do.
You can do it. .pirate?
BrassGears.ninja is out there. You could probably do BrassGears.org. I don't think anybody's taken that.
Okay, well.
And Susan, I think that's there's I always find it very confusing that there's a Square Up and a Square Space, and as near as I can tell, the two companies are completely unaffiliated with each other. What we have is Square Up, and actually the web hosting tied to Square Up is being run through a company called Weebly right now. So, yeah.
All right. Well, here's what we're going to do, kids. We've got a committee. Committee's going to work on this. We'll have a report from the committee next month, and let's figure out what we need to do and get everything wired tight, and then let's do it. Okay. And then also, I'm starting to, once I got this damn thing figured out, I'm starting to like this site a little bit more. And apparently Gina had reported earlier that she liked it on her phone. I don't know about the other phone users, but I can work with this. So if I could still do my
Presentation.
The presentation thing that is part of a program that is on the tip of my head, but because I'm brain damaged, I don't remember.
Publisher.
Oh, PowerPoint. Thank you. Peanut Gallery got me. Okay, so anyway, I can still do my PowerPoint. One of the things that's nice about PowerPoint and a learning experience that I had from years ago when we lost everything on yet a previous incarnation of these online meeting things, I've saved my PowerPoints from every meeting since we went back to the beginning of any meeting 5 years ago. So I have all of them. If anyone ever wants to know what we talked about, I have the PowerPoint, so I know what we talked about. And it's part of our history. It belongs to us, not to some people that may decide in the middle of it, well, hell, we're going to start charging you money now, just out of the blue. And that really ticked me off. And I'm sure it ticked off a lot of people, but I'm sure they had economic reasons why they had to do it. That doesn't interest me. I'm only interested in free. So this is what we'll do. We'll talk about that. I'll talk with Joe and we'll look at the Zoom thing and we'll come with numbers and 8x10 glossies and we'll figure this out at the next meeting because we really need to do that. I don't know if we'll have another extension on the meeting like we have had in the first two meetings. Maybe they get you hooked, it's like crack, and then now you got to pay for it. I don't know. But yeah, there's people laughing at me in the living room. Anyway, let's just do that.
That sounds good.
All right. So I have discovered that if I take the rolling knob on my mouse, I can do this. And then if I go the other direction, I can do this. Whoa. The thing right here. Okay, so hey, we had some recent events. Let's talk about them.
Sorry.
The BrassGears Adventurers Society held the Chrononaut Cotillion, technically the 2019 Chrononaut Cotillion, in 2020 on January 4th. And it went from 8 p.m., though started at 8:30, to about 1:30 a.m., but it actually went longer than that because no one wanted to leave. Anyway, it was a great party. So it was known as the BrassGears Speakeasy, and we had, Molly, did you make this sign, or did RJ? Who made this sign?
Actually, it's from a program that you can make T-shirts and stuff. You just add your own name and whatever.
I love it.
Cool.
I think it's really cool.
Wait a minute. Lady Amelia can talk?
Yes.
That's a first.
It is the first.
Oh my God.
I was so shocked when she started talking. I'm like, oh my God, it's Molly. Anyway, yay. So
I'm a little late to the game, okay?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm busy trying to take minutes. I don't have time to talk all the time.
Oh, she's busy writing. I'm just, yeah. The president's out of his mind again. Okay. I would like to point out that this was, somebody did some serious sewing on this. Would that somebody like to mention how much sewing that they did on this?
I would not want to guess how much sewing I did on this. A lot.
Oh, it's cool. It's so cool. I had some poor pictures of people standing in front of it, but I had a really good picture of just the thing that I took. So just the vignette, and I wanted to show people how beautiful it was. And it's just going.
Check the little video where the lights are
sparkling. You can kind of see in the
like
still
fire.
here that I caught the light sparkling on it. But yeah, it's creepy, and
London in flames.
yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. It's really, anyway, it was beautiful. I wanted to make sure that this got in there because, yeah. Anyway, that was a great job, Molly. Then someone else decided to do something else, and Karen Hustis, she built this, and you know, why not have a movie set? Why not? You know, so this is pretty spectacular. I am stunned and amazed at what you gals did. I really am. Oh well, and then there's some weird people that showed up, and yeah, so it's weird people. More weird people. One of the things that I noticed, Adam, hey, did you guys hear that?
Yes.
Adam's now hooked up with TeslaCon, and he's an invited. Yeah, he's an invited guest. He's going to TeslaCon, talking about
Author.
Martians. Yeah, he's going to be one of the authors there. So he doesn't seem happy about it at all. The dance floor was packed almost the whole time. And it seemed to me that people had a good time. I want to direct your attention. I don't know if you can see my cursor or not. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway,
Ew.
in Robert's ear. Yeah, okay. This fella right here, his name is Sean, and his wife, I'm trying to remember what her name was. Anyway, those folks came down from Rochester, Minnesota, and
Sonia.
Sonia?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was hoping somebody would remember. They came down from Rochester, Minnesota, because they knew the people up in Minneapolis, the
13 years.
The Diodes people.
Oh.
And the Diode people said, oh, hey, you know, you're halfway in between us. Check those goofy Iowa people out because they're a good time. And that's kind of what, hey. Anyway, they recommended these people, and they came down to our event. I mean, what guts. Admittedly, this is the 7th time we've done this, so it's not like it's going to be the first time event and, you know, these people don't know what they're doing, but you're coming sight unseen just on a recommendation of an event. And that I thought it took a lot of guts for them to,
Well,
I don't think I would have done it.
You know, they could go back and look at our history of pictures and stuff and find all that, and
Wow.
they're going to see that we're a bunch of fun people.
That's
that don't
exactly
drink.
what some of us might.
No.
Anyway, but that's what they said to me. They said they had the best time. They'll be back next year, barring, you know, unforeseen circumstances. But those are the type of folks that, you know, they come in. Do they have a good time? Do they not? I don't know. Adam Whitlatch coming. You know, he's here for the good time. And we had 55 prizes. And last year, 55 prizes would have covered every single person that came to the event. Whereas this year, there were some people that went home without prizes. And I know that's usually the way it works, but I guess I was one of those people that went home without. No, I doesn't matter. But we gave away 55 prizes, folks. So that's some serious generosity that occurred out there, and people bringing us stuff. I worry every year we're not going to have enough cool stuff, and we have cool stuff every year. Every year, it's just it's amazing, and people are so generous. And thank you very much for that. It was amazing. Frank and I are trying to figure out, how do we do this? How do we do that? We give these away. We had
Put that together with this, and put that over there with this, and
Yeah.
good gosh.
Frank,
It was fun.
I had fun with you doing the thing. We had gotten things going, and yeah, it worked out good. It worked out good. Here's another view of, I believe this is the Exploding Pig event, because Fog is running around, and somebody has prizes here. It looks like Mrs. Fog with her candies, that as people explode, they get a candy. But I think we had about 30. Mandy, do you know how many people we had for the Exploding Pig event?
I
You remember?
don't know.
You gave away a bunch of candy. Anyway, I think we had about 30 or so people in the Exploding Pig event, and we had about 40 in the musical chairs event, which were both records. We had so many people in the musical chairs event that the chairs were off. They were back to back, and they were off of the edges of the dance floor. So yeah, I mean, it was very well attended. People had a great time. So thanks, Fogs, for running that. That was cool. This is what happens later in the evening when there's more fun to be had. I don't know what that guy in the back is doing, or the guy with the bird.
Wait a minute, I think I got the parrot, don't I?
Yeah, got the parrot. There's
Yep.
Brad and Frank
There's
and
Frank
Gina.
flipping the bird.
Yeah, it's Robert. There's Mandy in front. Yeah. So yeah, it's there's Mary. All right. Anyway, the folks had it all put together for us from the hotel. We did get dinged. We needed 3 extra tables for the folks, the
Vendors.
the vendors, and they did charge us $10 a table. So yeah, I know. Anyway, it was like $598 total, which Professor Dane cut a check on Sunday. So that's all done. We're all paid with them. So anyway, yeah, it's a done deal. We had a great time. This is a new thing. Frank had brought this down from TeslaCon, and anyway, trying to figure out how to put. Now that's Alex, my daughter, there on the right, and
Mercedes,
who might weigh 90 pounds soaking wet. She has a tiny head. I don't know how else to say that without being, but she's got a tiny head. We found out that it has no under chin strap, so we will need to develop or fabricate something. But there are scenes of me trying to hold her hat down to her head because we couldn't get it any tighter. Anyway, it was a lot of fun, and yes, we're going to do this next year. And oh man, I was hoping we could come up with another event, but the Chow Crowns were a lot of fun. And thanks, Frank, for coming up with that idea. And I've seen the photos that you posted earlier today from TeslaCon, and you being one of the.
I was the first.
You were the first, yeah. The test monkey.
Eric is up there putting this thing together, and he goes, "Oh, Tursky, come up here." And I'm like, he said my name clearly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Okay. Yeah, I got to wear his crown. Yay.
Hot glue will Dave Bell. Yeah, I like the way you think, Susan. Hot glue and Velcro. Yeah, twill tape. Oh, you mean just on the crowns? I thought you were
On the
talking
crown,
about
yeah.
gluing it to their heads.
Oh, no. You want to go with staples if you're going to do that.
I think staples would be good. BrassGears Society Ninja is on sale for $688 per year.
Woohoo!
Nail gun. Yeah. Okay. I need to pay attention to the chat. Okay. So anyway, I figured the chat out, so we're good. Okay. So, yeah, there's women left unattended.
They look like troublemakers.
There's someone who isn't here tonight who was left unattended. Oh, I love that picture. I think that's hysterical. Some people are getting arrested. Yeah, it's important. Karen, you have the funniest face on there. Oh, well, I can't. They're chained together. Anyway, yeah, what fun. What fun. Yeah, the wombats had fun. I like the sparkles. I don't know who did that, but the sparkles were cool. Yeah, and then these two.
Oh God.
Yeah, I know.
Late in the evening.
We had a costume contest, and this was the actual costume contest winner, Jeanette Merrill Roth, or just Roth. She is channeling Carol Burnett from back in the day, where they're doing Scarlett O'Hara and Gone with the Wind, and she has to make her own outfit out of the curtains. Well, she saw it in the window and just had to have it. So, oh, she's so funny. Darn it.
Mm-hmm.
And these folks, now I got corrected. Susan, what these folks had like an honorable mention. What was the deal with that?
Susan did the sparkles on the wombats.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, cool. They were one of the winners. Okay. Fogg.
Now, where are they from?
I don't know. Do you know anything about them, Susan? We had 3 winners and all. I only had.
Yeah, I think
they're from the Des Moines
they're
area.
Des Moines area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
it doesn't look like they're having any fun at all to me.
No.
No, not at all.
Now that's a hat.
That is a hat. That's a serious party hat. I saw it and thinking, I'm a little peckish. Maybe she'll let me eat her hat. But I didn't have the guts to ask her. They posted a nice thank you on the Facebook group page. Okay.
Whoa, wait a minute. How is it that BrassGearsSociety.ai is almost 10 times more expensive than BrassGearsSociety.ninja? Ninjas are way cooler than AIs.
I want this BrassGearsSociety.org. Let's get that.
Yeah, you can also get.
Oh, well, if you're going to be boring.
We are a nonprofit, Brad. Come on.
You can't all be.
Jeez.
Can we get .pirate?
I'll check.
I am so. You're this. See this finger? You are this close to getting muted. That's how close you are. See the finger? Okay.
No, they don't have pirate.
I want to have.
Do you see this finger?
You're gonna flip him a parrot?
No. Yeah, no, I can't see your finger. I sort of feel it. I don't want to know.
You feel the force?
Oh my.
Ooh. Put that away. Put it away. Okay. Back to the thing.
Oh, they posted a nice thank you.
Yes, they did.
Cool.
But I do like BrassGearsSociety.org.
Parrot.
I like that one too.
Anyway, .parrot. You can't have a .parrot, can you really?
I don't know.
BrassGears Society. What? Really?
There was no dot pirate. I'll see if there's a dot
No.
pirate.
Tease me. You tease me.
Nope,
Really
no
back it-
dot
no.
pirate. Sorry.
Dot.
Good dot live.
Oh, jeez.
We need to keep it the same. We won't need new cards. Okay. Well,
Oh.
so Susan, what is
Very
our
good
thing
point.
right now? And I know it's not dot parrot.
It's BrassGearsSociety.com.
Okay. So did you look that up or? is
Yeah,
it
I
gone?
currently own that one.
Oh,
I missed it.
Mm-hmm.
BrassGears?
BrassGears.
BrassGears.
I was
Bra.
gonna say, I think Broad Gear is a whole different kind of website.
Boy.
isn't that what we do during Demicon? Bras for the cause? Oh, jeez.
Well, we are all about supporting our fellow human beings, and
Oh,
We are
So
supporting
weird right here, guys.
BrassGear.com. Okay.
Come up. Come up.
I had to repeat that because I'm on the microphone. They can only hear my end of it. So if I repeat it, then the people in the peanut gallery can hear it. So anyway, okay. So we'll get on this. The crew will get together. You're showing us examples of what's available. Susan, of course, wants to keep it the same. I don't blame her. But yeah, we'll. You want to see my fingers? No. Okay.
I do.
I'm pretty sure we'll probably keep it the same. Otherwise, fingers will be shown. So,
Fine.
okay. All right. We have some upcoming events.
We do?
It says so on the screen here.
Oh,
Okay.
what's that, what that is? Okay.
Yeah, imagine that. You know, I like the layout of this, and you guys, I can see a full screen and everything. I can just go through this. This actually works a lot better than any meeting once I get it figured out. So yeah, I like this a lot. Last month was bad, but I played with this a little bit today, and it's so much easier. Okay, 13 gears. Now, who? What? 13 gears.
You played with it. That's why.
I'm fine. My eyes are fine. The 13 Gears, they have an event at the Grain Belt Bottling House Artist Building in Northeast Minneapolis. Costumes admired, not required. 15th and 16th, 2020. These are the folks who are part of the Diodes group, and one of the gals, help me out with her name, Brad.
you're
It's,
breaking up, Mitch.
it's Gail James, I believe.
Gail James, okay. That's right. No, well, yes, and her husband's the British fella.
Elliot.
Elliot, that's right. The
What was the one that came down to the Iowa State Fair?
That was Jera.
Jera, that's
Jera.
it.
And I think Jera is that one of the Gail had been on the board previously, but Jera is the one who's running it this year.
Right.
Oh,
And
okay.
anyway, 15th and 16th. Is anyone, I know, Molly, you and RJ said that you'd been up there the last couple of years and were thinking about going up there again. Is that right? I think I've lost Molly. She said I was
She's busy
breaking up.
writing.
Yes, she is. Anyway, if memory serves, Molly and RJ have been up there in previous years. It had a good time. So I'm not exactly sure what folks want to do, if we want to support these people or not. I had spoke with Barbara, our pal up in Minneapolis and BrassGears member, and she said that Ashley, also a member, is going, and she's helping out the steampunk photographer guy from TeslaCon. He's going to be there, and so Barbara is going to help out as well. Anyway, yeah, if you want to go up and see Dave and his steampunk equipment, photography group, and anyway, that's what's going on. It's going to be February 15th and 16th, 2020, and I'm just going to leave it at that because if anyone's interested,
Oh, there she is.
okay. I'm sorry, Molly, you were breaking up.
The
The battery?
Seems she's being attacked by a robot.
Okay.
Uh-oh. You guys are all wobbly.
There you are.
You're back. Okay. That and see that's, hey, knock it off. Sorry.
Poor kitty cat.
They're cats out there and they're being naughty. I'm
I was
actually
gonna say you
surprised-
shouldn't talk like that to Mary.
Okay. Here, Mary, bring him by so he can say hi. Anyway, we know these people and they're nice people, and it's just a ton of fun to have people running stuff. Hey, we're the other direction.
That's
Thank you.
obscene.
That's how cats do it. They always stick their ass the other way.
Yep, this is true.
All right. Anyway, I don't want you to talk, Mr. Bond. I want you to die. Okay. Okay,
my.
we got the cat out of the way. Anyway, that if you're interested in going, get a hold of me and use me as a conduit, or just put something on the Facebook site, and maybe we can get a group of people who are going to go up there.
Yeah, I'm thinking it'd be fun. I'd like to go.
I'd like to go too, but I don't know if I can make it or not. It's too close to Valentine's Day for me to really. I don't know. We'll see.
Did you get your hearts in?
I have the hearts located, yes, and they're
Okay.
in stock currently where I need to be, and yes, the hearts will. Just as an aside, part of all of last night and then significant part of this morning was thanking people for all the birthday wishes from my birthday yesterday. And thank you. You sent birthday wishes. Every year I've ever done this, I've always thanked if you bothered to even say happy birthday to me or many happy returns of the day or whatever it is you do, I'm going to return the favor by thanking you for giving me the wishes for my birthday. I've done that every year I've been on Facebook, and I'll continue to do it, but I was quite busy. Anyway, but thank you for the birthday wishes. So, okay, so we have a untitled event going on. I'm going to have to find out from the Sarah Pitcher at the Coralville Public Library, but the idea of this is twofold. One, we will have a larger room to do a talk on time machines throughout literature. For instance, it doesn't necessarily have to be literature per se, but television and whatnot. I guess I've nominated myself to give this talk, but the Doctor Who, the time machine from H.G. Wells, there's all sorts of stuff. I even know a couple people with time machines. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a talk about this on Saturday, March 21st at noon at the Coralville Public Library. Then the lower level, they have meeting rooms and whatnot. We also have the opportunity, if people can figure out what that will be, to set up, we had talked about doing goggles. I don't know if anyone's found them yet, but the goggles from the Time Traveler event.
Times of Future Past.
Yeah, with Lynn. we had a bunch of goggles that were left over, and I'm not sure where they ended up. But we could have a goggle painting workshop. We could have a bunch of different stuff that we could do. And I have a little bit of time to figure out what 16 goggles remained, according to Susan. All right. Well,
Does she have them?
I don't know.
No.
No, she asked me. I think Brad gave them to me, but I thought I gave them back to Mitch when I handed stuff over. But I'll go back downstairs and try to find it.
The only thing I have is that box that had the T-shirts in it. That's all
Okay.
I've got. So
I'll look
Oh.
below and see if it got placed somewhere here.
okay.
By the way, speaking of things that are missing, we do need to find Cheryl Bogenreef's wooden box.
She told me when I saw her on Saturday night that if we are unable to find it, it was a $2 box from Michael's. So if we're unable to find it, I got the damn $2, and I'll take
Okay.
it. So one way or another, I don't know what happened to it, but it didn't end up in the T-shirt box. We don't have it. One good news piece of information: after about 3 or possibly 4 years, goggles that were traveling in the box with the T-shirts. There was one pair, and that pair turned out it was
Matt's.
DJ Matt's pair that we gave him from 4 years ago. So,
And he dropped them when he was leaving, and I found them, and I'm like, hey, aren't these Matt's? And
we put them in the box and forgot all about them. So Matt got them back after about 5 years. I think that's probably what's going to happen with Cheryl.
Well, we need to see Matt more than once a year.
I know. Matt did a fantastic job, and Matt was, by the way, with the quorum of the board present. I believe there were 4 members present at that time. Matt was rehired for next year. Now, why would that make a difference? Well, someone who is not a member, but a friend of mine, started up a karaoke business and was asking if she could do our event, and we had already hired Matt to do it. And I don't know what she would have charged. She probably would have undercut Matt, but we've been doing business with Matt. I like Matt, and Matt hasn't raised his price. Matt has a great time, and I don't want to. She can find other venues to do, but she's not a BrassGears member, and to my knowledge, she's never been to the ball. So those were also factors in our thought. And anyway, Matt got rehired for next year, in case anyone was wondering. So anyway, what I would like to do is if we could figure out some, we like Matt. Thanks, Gina, for finding Matt for us, because
Indeed.
he's our guy.
Matt always does such a fantastic job. I couldn't imagine somebody else replacing him. I really couldn't.
we already have a rapport with him, and he knows what to play, and
he lets us just do our thing. I mean,
Really?
a lot of DJs probably wouldn't let Frank what you and I were doing. I mean, they'd want to run the show, and Matt just stands back and says, "I'll play whatever the hell you want," and it's like, okay, that's what we want. Anyway,
Is that true, Gina? Gina says that she interviewed 6 other DJs.
wow.
Oh, you are kidding me! I never knew that. Oh my goodness, you mad woman! All right. Your favorite song is my favorite song. yeah. That pays the bills right there. I like your favorite song. Yeah. While we got you on and fingers are typing, how's your man toy doing?
Is he the one that fell? And
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Corey took a tumble, and he's at home and on his happy medicine. So hopefully he heals up soon. I don't think Gina will settle for anything less. He's trying it without opiates today.
Lots
Well,
of groan.
did he save enough opiates for everyone? Well, we'll find out. Anyway, tell him we're thinking of him, okay?
Yeah.
Anyway, so, okay. So somebody got a wild hair today and contacted someone else in a city east of where that someone was and said, hey, why don't we do something with kites? And so we talked about kites for a while. And then so happens that BrassGears as an organization has gone to this park. There are other parks in another part of Davenport that may be also suitable for kite flying and maybe some sort of picnic kind of event. The day in my mind that we were in Davenport, that we had gone to the Putnam and then gone to the island, and just in general, the park with the big round fountain, that's etched in my mind and will never leave. It was one of the most beautiful days I've ever had. And,
Oh, come on.
Oh,
What about
no.
What about the wedding party at the park?
Oh,
That photo bombed us.
I mean, really, it was a day to remember. And I just anyway, I've been wanting to come up with something that we could do in Davenport this summer, and be it flying kites, or part of it could be flying kites. I haven't talked to Lynn yet about doing the bootleggers there, but I think we could maybe, we've been on the other side of the state, maybe we could go back. And we had a great time in Iowa Falls, and we had a lot of people show up, but I think maybe this year we can go back to the east side of the state and try the bootleggers there. We're working on it. So there's no date yet. The kite flying event could be something that we do in various places in the state. I mean, if someone wants to get together for an afternoon and fly some kites and have a tea, gosh, that sounds like a pretty cool gig to me. I don't know. But that's, what's he getting on a plane for? Let's see. Okay. Gonna try to get off. Okay. Village of East Davenport has many attractions, including the Fire Museum, winery, dining, shopping, and a water taxi. And apparently there's a real taxi made of water that you can, it'll take you wherever you want to go. So that, yeah, I had that explained. So, yeah. This says July or August. Now, July is when we've had it will take you to Moline. Okay. July or August. July is when we've had the bootleggers ball. And I'm just we've leaned on Lynn a lot to do the grunt work and the advanced, the deal in Blair, Nebraska. Don't get me started about the turnout, but Lynn and Marty drove over there to check the place out, spent a day there, had a great time, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, Lynn's done some serious footwork, and I'm just trying to figure out a way that maybe, darn it, she can just,
especially now they're looking for a house in Des Moines.
I know.
She's doing that.
I don't want to lean on her so much, but I'm hoping that maybe we can kind of make it easier for her to deal with this thing. But Lynn's done the last three, and maybe we can give her a little more help. But anyway, Susan's looked at some of the things in Davenport, and I don't see a problem here. I think we could do a Davenport one, and it sounds like a lot of fun. Maybe we can do the kite thing in conjunction with it, and then in the evening do, the world is our oyster on this. But we're working on this event and it's coming. Now, the reason why August was brought up was because Professor Dana and I had discussed that the Iowa State Fair, which starts on the 13th, so if we wanted to do something in August, it would have to be the first or second week. I know Susan had said she was busy the first week, but so if we wanted to do it in August, it would have to be the 8th. Anyway, it's something that we're looking at. The Iowa State Fair thing that we've done the last couple of years probably won't happen. We can meet there as friends, but it won't be an organized event this year. Is that correct, Professor Dane? Is that what we're doing? We're not doing.
Way to put me on the spot.
All right, I won't. We had talked about this, and it
No,
was
I
over
mean,
a
I
few-
might as well address it since it's out here.
Okay.
So doing the state fair as a group is a lot of fun, but it is definitely the definition of herding cats.
Meow.
And yes, good kitty.
Ow.
So I think that
So
yeah,
I think that's maybe not a good event to do a big group up
Too many things.
with. But you know what? If we all happen to be out there on the same day, maybe we bump into each other, maybe we don't. But trying to organize to go everywhere as a group is
Hectic.
it's asking for people to be disappointed because one person wants to go one way, someone else wants to go another way, and caught in between, one or the other thing maybe doesn't get done, maybe both things don't get done. Caught in between. I'm thinking that it's not doing a good service to the state fair to drag large groups through that way.
well, and frankly, we're going to go anyway, but it's hard. It's hard to drag around. I mean, you can go with your friends, you can go with a smaller group, but somebody wants to do this, somebody wants to do that, and it's over here. And we went several years with the kids. We brought the kids to it, and now the kids, they could care less about what we're going to do. We're on our own. They're gone. They're doing other things at State Fair, and that's how it rolls. And
I think the best thing to do is let's have a meetup and have lunch together,
Mm-hmm.
and then disperse.
Yeah, I think that's a solid plan.
so we
You
can
know-
have a meetup and then do the lunch thing and then turn everybody loose. I like that. Let's do that. All right. So we don't cut
Okay.
it entirely. We just say, we're having lunch here. Come have some fun.
Right.
And then,
And that works for me. I felt really bad last year because I had lofty plans about what I was going to take people around and show them the insider view, and then I had complications getting there and was late, and it threw everything into chaos. And I felt really bad. I know that I did not do justice to the event that I intended to.
okay.
So
Well, I'm
Yeah, and
going to
I
say
wasn't
goodbye to
feeling
the,
well.
hang on guys. I'm going to say goodbye to the Fogs. They got another event they have to go to, but thanks.
Night,
And
Fogs.
we'll work with them concerning the website. So, okay, cool.
By the way, I'm digging this chatter between Susan and Gina is amusing me.
I've been watching it. Yeah, it makes me look like I'm looking at the screen, but I'm.
You can hardly throw a rock in Davenport without hitting a pub. You're speaking my language, Susan. I like beer and throwing rocks. I know a good place for throwing rocks.
Yeah. I like beer and
Then,
throwing-
Putnam Museum.
okay.
Oh.
They're having a suffrage exhibit at the Putnam Museum starting March 20th. No details yet.
Oh, maybe we could up the timeline on
Okay,
that.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. I'd like to see the suffrage exhibit.
There are two very nice rock shops. So apparently they sell rocks to throw down in. Okay, well, does someone want to look into maybe a Davenport Suffragette Museum
What's the
4A?
date on that again?
Remember our,
Date
the March 21st, we're busy.
up.
I'm
There you go.
going up.
That's it.
Well, I'm sure they'll have the suffragette thing there for a little while, won't they?
That's a Friday.
There are no details on the
Well, it
exhibit
says
yet.
starting March 20th.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, so
It's not a one-day thing.
yeah, Susan's got it down here that there's no details yet. So once there are details, perhaps we can, maybe someone can get on a mailing list or something, and they'll find out that way. But okay, well, there's, you know, I always worry that we're not going to have anything to do. And, gosh, yeah. So anyway, we've got some things happening. That sounds like fun.
Oh, and Mitch, you and I need to talk about when we think the weather will be good for doing that other event. I was talking about doing the period firearms event.
Yeah.
The informational.
Here in the backyard?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we'll have to figure out when we think that
This
Iowa
is
weather will cooperate with us.
This is my period fire event. Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that, and there's several people in our group who are very, very well versed in the use of firearms and have received training to do that. And if you are interested, we've been kind of working on that in the background, but it is an event that some people may have an aversion to. I understand, but also it's also an event that we will make it as safe as humanly possible, and we will have a good time when we do it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on! I'm at the Renaissance Fair talking about pole arms. So, geez, tell me about it.
Oh yeah. Well, and the notion for the event is primarily educational in terms of, from a writing standpoint, what was going on with the technology at the time, and indeed dispelling some of the myths, like the myths of the Old West as being a lawless era filled with gunfights at high noon. I do have a historical standpoint to bring to that as well. It's not just a woo, let's go shoot them all up.
Well, Professor
kind of
Dane,
event,
if you wanna figure out when you want to do it, there's just a few things that give me enough advance notice that I can do a few things. But other than that,
okay,
yeah, let me know when you want to do it, and we'll make it happen. And I'm sure there'll be pizzas involved. So,
woohoo!
yeah. I need to know about this old muzzle loader that Tom's dad turned into a lamp. Are you serious? Really? He took a gun and turned it into a lamp.
I mean, you can make most anything a lamp if you want to, bad enough.
Yeah, family antique. I'll be damned. Okay.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
we've done here in the yard, because of the way the yard is shaped and how it early 1800s. Oh my God.
Wow.
Anyway, in the yard, there's a natural berm. There's a row of trees. There's a creek. There's a hill that goes up. Short of shooting a gun at probably about a, 60-degree angle, you're not gonna. There shouldn't be any problems. We've shot many times, AK-47s, shotguns, 22s. I've shot it all in my backyard, so it's perfectly fine, and we haven't hurt anybody yet. So if it's something,
No cows have been injured.
Yeah, or farmers driving by on their tractors. Yeah, we watch for all of that.
Yeah.
It's a
Gina.
I still have 2 of those, by the way. It's they're in the other room. I wonder if somebody could produce one quickly. Anyway, that's a day to remember, boy. Okay, so we've got the time machine talk. Hank is an armorer.
Oh,
They've used him for gun safety.
excellent.
So there's another one. So yeah, we'll figure it out. If you want to stay in touch with Hank on that, Brad, too, we can set something up.
Excellent.
Yeah. Okay, so we've talked about that. Oh my God, are we done? I don't know. We're getting close to being done. I know that.
No, it's alive.
It is alive. He's alive. What's up, Cogsworth?
Good night.
No, it's not good night.
Good night, Cogsworth. Nope, he said it. We're done. We're done.
You
Hi there. I have a joke. Do you want to hear my joke?
Oh, there's a parrot with a joke. Oh my God. Okay. All right. What's?
I love you.
Well, that's the joke. I'll tell you.
That's not. Yeah, that is a joke.
I'm gonna move this down. I think this is the only way I'm gonna get him in the screen. Okay, buddy. All right. What do you got going?
I love me too.
Yeah.
I have a joke. Do you want to hear my
We'll
joke?
start over again. Yeah. Oh, do we have to hear your joke?
Oh, come on and hear my joke.
Oh, all right, fine. Tell your damn joke.
My grandpa used to run a quarry.
Your grandpa ran a quarry. All right.
You see, then it went out of business.
Somehow I'm not surprised.
It seems they hit rock bottom.
That joke was rock bottom.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Thanks, buddy, for that, whatever that was. Okay. Okay, we have news here. I swapped out the barrel of my, oops, hang on. I missed some stuff. Okay, I swapped out the barrel of my black powder pistol with a painted broomstick. Pirates and police. FYI, there will be a volunteer. I will be volunteering to appear in my suffragette costume at the museum, sending them an email tomorrow. Rock. This is from Susan. Okay.
I think they would probably benefit from a group of time travelers from that period, wouldn't they?
I wonder. Anyway, Gina, of course, she's laughing out loud. And then Susan says we could probably throw a parrot and hit a brew pub. Okay.
Wherever this parrot lands, that is where we shall drink.
This is where we'll drink at. Yeah, he's a piece of work.
And the last person to produce their challenge coin buys the round.
Buys the round. By the way, this spring, between January and I've got to have them ready for DemiCon. Cogsworth is getting refurbished, and he's got a lot of mileage on him, and there's some chipping paint, and his feathers are in a iffy situation. So Cogsworth is going to get rebuilt in the spring here, and
he will be better.
So, yeah. Anyway, there's literally thousands of people who've petted him. And I've repainted his beak 3 times so far.
Wow.
Because they've worn the paint.
Wow.
So anyway, I just thought I'd mention that we're taking him into dry dock, and we're gonna get him a refit. So
Can you fix a sense of humor while you got him under?
No, we're screwed with that. There's nothing I can do. He's in continuous smartass mode.
I wonder where he gets that from.
I don't know. No clue where he gets that from.
Oh.
Well, folks, this turned out perfect. I mean, this was as smooth as a gravy sandwich. I can't believe how this turned out.
Yeah.
What?
Gravy sandwich.
Gravy sandwich. Smooth.
I like
Never had a
gravy and I
gravy-
like sandwiches, but
Not
How
together.
about a hot roast beef?
Hot roast beef, open face.
all right,
You
there we
can't-
go.
Now, don't get me started on open face sandwiches because you can't have an open face sandwich because there's nothing sandwiching it. It's just open.
All right,
Look.
that's enough.
I complain.
What are you
Webster's-
declaring that an open face sandwich is a pizza? Is that your argument?
It could be, yeah. I contacted Webster's dictionary on this very subject, and I said, "You are so wrong because you can't have a sandwich." And nobody got back to me.
You
I
know
don't
what?
Why?
To the time machine. We shall consult the Earl of Sandwich and settle this once and for all.
I have a picture of the Earl of Sandwich hanging in my office. I fancy myself a sandwich expert, and you cannot have a sandwich where there's only one piece of bread. You can't. It's open. So an open face sandwich is an oxymoron. So no. How did we get on the subject? Anyway, look, this has been fun, you guys. This is one of the best meetings I've had in recent memory, and it worked out perfect. Let's do this again next month, and hopefully it'll work out perfect again. Maybe they'll cut us a break on that too. I don't know. If they continue to do that, I'm going to continue to take it. But 40 minutes was like 40 minutes ago, and
Oh, that was like an hour ago. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it actually got us more around 30 minutes because it was about, what, 7?
I think that's when I joined.
yeah.
Was when that popped up, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
No. Now, Susan, no. It's the roast beef sandwich between a slice of bread and gravy. No.
Even Mary's in on this.
They're yelling from the living room.
Wait.
So no, I'm not buying it. Not buying it.
Peanut Gallery has spoken.
Wait. So one slice of bread and one slice of gravy?
What?
Well, apparently, yeah, roast beef sandwich between a slice of bread and gravy. What? No. Okay. Anyway,
Started it.
They call it an open-faced sandwich. By definition, it must be a sandwich, or else it'd be an open-faced thing on your plate. It has to be a sandwich.
it's called like the SHIT on a shingle. So that's not a sandwich. That's like someone threw stuff on a piece of bread.
On a single.
Thank you, Alex. Yeah. Bread,
Nope.
beef gravy. Okay, you call it that.
Where's the
Bread, beef, gravy.
potatoes?
Yeah, no. Anyway,
Yes.
If you put the bread on top, it could be a casserole.
do you know something? I will point out that one of the things that this does, and one of the things that I've been doing, all of this has been recorded.
No,
So I'm going to make an attempt to put it on the website, and people can watch the chicanery how this.
That's fine. I
Degraded
stand by
into-
my defense of the open-faced sandwich.
No. You remember this finger, don't you? You remember what the finger can do, right?
I got a finger too.
Hey, I had the parrot.
Okay. Well, enough of this. I think we're all doomed. I like pickles. Okay. Thank you for that, Susan. All right. Hey, good night. I don't want it to end either, but I'm gonna go eat dinner. So you guys have a
Dinner?
good night. And
You know what astonishes me is the pickle vendors at Renaissance fairs. They have like a pickle
There.
in every corner.
There's my pussycat.
Oh, there's your cat. Oh, hi, kitty.
He's like, why are you showing me to the thing?
I would show you my cat, but he's been naughty.
Oh, cat pictures. Okay. All right.
All right, shutting off.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Good
night.
night. Jeez.
Good night, sweet prince.
Yeah. Was that for Cogsworth or what? I don't know.
Parting is such sweet sorrow.
I'll cut him in half here.
All right. Oh, jeez, people.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.
Leave meeting.
Oh.
Well, so you didn't have fun at all, did you?
Oh, not at all. No.
Oh, not at all. I see that Gina's still on. Are you still on, Gina? Oh, no. Gina, are you still there? Where's the Gina?
I don't know.
I don't know. She could undo her thing and talk to us if she wanted to.
Well, but I don't know if she has a microphone.
She could use a microphone on her laptop, unless she's using her desktop. I bet she's using her desktop.
Yeah. See, I don't know.
I don't know. But she's still there. We're watching. We're waiting.
Lurking in the shadows. So yeah, I think 13
Hey, are you
years
guys
would be-
around? Is this working?
Hey.
Hi,
Oh my
Gina.
God, you guys are stuck with me forever. Like I hit close all apps on my phone, and you guys were just like still talking, and there's still apps open. Oh my God, I'm stuck with you for the rest of my life. Okay.
Yep, that's the way it's going to be from now on.
So they're
does
going
this
like,
bother you guys if I
they're
have the
talking to
headphones
me.
off? Does this bother you if I have the headphones off?
I can't tell a difference.
Okay, well, good. All right. Well, then I'll do that. There are people in the other room listening.
Oh yeah.
Imagine
I'll
that.
watch my language then.
Yeah.
Keep it
What's the fun in
PG.
that?
Right?
Say I'll watch my language cross right over the fucking line.
Ooh, spicy.
Okay. Yeah.
Spicy language out of you, young tweener.
Oh, it's been a day.